Hello Virgo. Welcome to my channel. My name's Kayleigh. Thank you for joining me today. I'm doing tarot readings for the remainder of December, specifically focusing on this amazing conjunction that's happening right now and into tomorrow. What else do I want to say? Oh yes, I'll be doing a 9-card spread using the Druidcraft Tarot by Philip and Stephanie Cargom, illustrated by Will Worthington. But before I get into it, I'd like to do a little prayer. And drink some water. Okay. God, Universe, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for today. Thank you for raising me out of my bed. Thank you for the amazing, amazing invention of the internet. The fact that we can communicate with people all over the world and watch live video feeds of planets conjuncting millions and millions of miles away. It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for bringing Virgo here. Please allow me to speak concisely and with meaning so that I can get a message to Virgo that they need to hear, and please allow Virgo to hear whatever message they need to get from me. Please watch over this space. Allow only the highest energies and vibrations to come through that actually work towards our soul's evolution, and may absolutely no negative influences come into this space for my reading. Thank you. That was very decisive. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to do a 9-card spread. I like to keep it simple. If I need any clarifiers, I'll be pulling them from the Illuminated Tarot. This is an interesting deck. It's 53 cards instead of the 78 that tarot normally is. And what they've done is Caitlin Keegan has taken the Major Arcana and added them into the Minor Arcana. So it's an interesting deck. I like the illustrations. It's not true tarot in the truest sense. So yes, and then at the end, I'll be pulling an Elder Futhark rune from my new set that I just made myself out of leather. Kind of round out the message. I don't know where this throat stuff's coming from. Okay. How you guys doing? I hope you're well. Now before I pull any more cards out, let's just take a look at the bottom of the deck here. So we have the Hanged Man. A lot of tarot readers have different interpretations of the Hanged Man. But honestly, to me this represents the shaman's journey. It's the same figure that you see in the Fool and in the World. Hanged Man is right in between those two. It's number 12, so it's literally right in the middle of the Major Arcana. And when you get to the point of the Hanged Man, essentially that is where you really have to let go of pretty much everything that you've been holding on to, all of the things that make up your false ego and your wounded ego, I should say, and journey into the underworld, the shaman's initiation, you could say. So Virgo, that's heavy. That's the overlying theme. The card that came out for the very center is the King of Pentacles. This is a Taurus energy, and King of Pentacles being in the center of your spread is pretty freaking excellent. It really implies that you're in a state right now of material and a maturity. So let's see what comes out. Okay. All right. Virgo. Okay, so I'm going to go through this horizontally and then vertically, okay? Starting with the top, this typically represents like what's going on in the ether, spirit guides, what's in the sky, our mind even. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles. It's a Virgo card. That's kind of why I chuckled. It's actually the first deacon of Virgo. King of Wands, reversed. And the Sun. A naked baby. This is the Sun King. The child. Horus, you could say. Alright, so Eight of Pentacles definitely says you've been working hard. Been being prudent. Been putting in the hours. Working at perfecting whatever it is that you're doing. And of course, speaking of Virgo, you're definitely working on perfecting something. Not sure what yet, but that's okay. And the King of Wands reversed. Typically the King of Wands is a fearless and a spiritually minded leader. They burn fast and they burn bright, and they're just the person to go to get something done, or at the very least started. Being that it's reversed, now this could be you, this could be an influence in your life. Being that it's in the middle, it could very well be that like there's kind of this mirror effect going on with the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. They're sitting like this. So that kind of tells me like you might be presenting a face to your friends and family and stuff that you are very sure of yourself and stable. Meanwhile, you've got maybe another aspect of yourself that is in your psyche that's kind of like fighting against that, that really just want to like burn some shit to the ground. And then the Sun. This is a very happy card. The Sun typically represents freedom and growth and new possibilities and life and liberty and freedom of expression. Can you hear through the speakers my niece crying? It's really interesting that I'm looking at the Sun card and then she starts crying. That's very interesting. I mean, her bath is ending, so she's not very happy about that. Could very well be that you're it could be that a part of you, i.e. your inner child, is being repressed, whether it's by an outside force or an inside force. And this King of Wands creature is representing the force that's oppressing it. But ultimately the message here is it will come through eventually. Middle row, we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed, King of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. So typically aces indicate a new inspiration for a project or something new of material value coming into your life. Considering that it's reversed, maybe you've denied it. Oh, that's cool. I just noticed something. So there's a bear coming out of a cave at the bottom there, and right above the stars point is actually the Big Bear constellation. Neat. Ursa Major. Oh, it took me a minute there. I'm like, what's it called again? Okay, so it's kind of cool. That is pretty cool. Okay, don't get distracted. So Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and then the Five of Wands. This indicates that either you're coming into a period where you're going to be possibly fighting with some people. Typically, the fives are all about change. It's an unbalanced number. The conflict or friction that comes with the five inspires change and ultimately moves you forward. Could very well be that denying this ace or stopping this project or it being stopped is causing some friction. Could very well be actually that you want to do it yourself, and up until now you have been doing it yourself and it's been successful, but could be that there's some people that want to work with you that aren't, you just aren't. There's like, it's like egos clashing. There's some kind of ego battle going down. And then in the bottom row we have the Hermit, the Three of Wands, and the World, all reversed. What the hell, Virgo? Okay, Hermit, Virgo. This is number 9. Hermit's not a bad thing. I don't think hermit mode is a bad thing at all. It can be extremely necessary to allow some time for ideas and things to gestate in order to like really come forward as a fully embodied, envisioned thing. Hermit typically indicates that well, I mean, this is your card. Hermit typically shows like we're downloading wisdom, we're organizing things in our mind and filing things away how we need them to be, but perhaps because it's upside down, you need to come out of that mode and stop being a hermit. And then the Three of Wands, this man is obviously watching some new growth occur. He's planted some seeds, you know. Okay, so you have the ace, there's the initial spark, the initiatory energy, and the ace splits into 2. This 2 has like this dynamic friction, right? And from the 2 you get 3, right? Because when 2 unite again, masculine and feminine come together, a third's born. There's definitely a child theme going on in here, but with it being reversed, maybe you're stopping yourself from going on a journey that you need to take, or stopping yourself. Yeah, actually, that definitely ties in with the Hermit reverse. It's like you're staying stuck. The ego. You're staying stuck as like a point of pride. Like, I'm gonna do this my own way. I'm not gonna cooperate with anybody. But that means that your projects aren't getting off the ground. They're not going anywhere. You're not seeing the growth that you want to see. And then the World, 21. Tomorrow's the 21st, by the way. The World is a very distinct ending and beginning. So the thing with the World is, one of the things that it symbolizes is our a synthesis of our masculine and our feminine parts coming together and working together. There's a theme here. And it's the ending of one thing. You step through the portal into a new thing. But being reversed, again, it's like you're stopping something from happening. Interesting. So I'm going to go through this vertically now. She's still not very happy, by the way. Okay, I'm going to go through this vertically, alright? So in the past position, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and the Hermit reversed. Lord of Prudence up high. So at least in your mind, you're putting in a lot of work. A lot of mental work, or spirits are working on your behalf. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed. This is what's in your heart right now, or leading up to this place anyway. Could even be that something you were working on very hard has been denied or taken away from you. Oh, that could be true. This has forced you to go within and reconsider what it is that you value. Reconsider what steps you want to take now. But yeah, I'm definitely getting the feeling like you're halting your own progress. Then in the middle row, King of Wands reversed, King of Pentacles upright, and then Three of Wands reversed. So again, there's this sensation of you have opposing forces facing off. Opposing authority figures. And as a result of that clash, what should be growing, or what could be growing, isn't. And then in the last row, the Sun, yay, Five of Wands, and the World reversed. So despite the world being reversed, and it's almost like you're refusing to step forward into the portal and end something that needs to be ended so that you can move on. Despite that, and with the Five of Wands here, it's like you're being too cocky. That's funny. Despite that, the Sun being here really gives a promise that new light will shine and freedom will be had. You just might need to fight for it. Just try not to resist some ending that needs to happen, and if you can address this internal struggle that I see going on here. Oh, what did I say was on the bottom? The motherfucking hangman. You need to go through an ego death here. And until that happens, until you let go of either some aspect of yourself that's holding you back, or until you face off against whatever. Okay. Anytime you're faced with something externally, it is mirrored within you. Okay. So if someone has their thumb on you, it's a really important lesson for you. I'm not saying that they are within you, but something within you is responding to that energy, and them showing up and putting their thumb on you and exploiting that part of you is an opportunity for you to heal that wound and grow from that experience. And I feel like as soon as you do address whatever this is with this King of Wands here, that's when the sun will come out. Also really interesting that we're about to have the winter solstice, where the sun symbolically dies and then is reborn again. Very fascinating. Very, very fascinating. So yeah, as soon as you do address that, and maybe don't allow your ego to get in the way of some forward progress that needs to happen, then you're going to see the growth here that you've been looking for. Interesting. Okay, Virgo. I'm gonna grab my runes. I didn't technically cast them yet, but one just fell out, and it's kind of funny which one. I'm gonna see if that one comes out again. Shit. You. Interesting. Okay. Fehu. Okay. So Fehu represents money, more or less. It's our liquid wealth. So the message of Fehu is basically that we need to be adequately paid, compensated for our services. And it's important that when we go to spend money, we spend it wisely, and we don't hoard it. A blockage of the Fehu energy, be that from not being paid properly or even just not valuing our own selves, a blockage of that energy leads to a lack of creativity and a lack of growth in our projects, which is it's really funny. It's funny that that's the one that I picked. Fehu asks you to plan and make sure that your finances are in order. Can you hear that? I think it's really funny how, like, near the beginning of the reading, she was crying and not having a good time, and now they're giggling and laughing in there, and I'm almost done the reading. Okay, so the Fehu is definitely saying that you need to value yourself, and you need to value your services, and make sure that you are being adequately compensated for your services. The other thing is that I see like that you have been planning your estate appropriately, so continue to do so. Make sure that you're not withholding Fehu or money or liquid assets from people that also deserve it. Okay, Virgo. That was an interesting reading. Thank you for that. Oh, you know what's really funny about that? Okay, so the Saturn Jupiter conjunction always brings shakeups and innovations and changes to economy and our financial systems and stuff like that. Interesting that that's what kind of came through for you. Fascinating indeed. Okay, leave me some feedback. I'd like to hear how this reading rang for you. And if you're looking for a personal reading, my email's down below. And have a happy Yuletide, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year.